Yo, what's good, gang? It's your host, The Truth, Big Tooth, and we are back for another Labyrinth / UFC breakdown, full card predictions. And this time we got a 12-fight banger pay-per-view to get into. You already know what it is. We jumping straight into it. All right, first up, we got Stuart Nicoll versus Jesus Aguilar. Stuart Nicoll is pretty much a solid grappler with okay striking as well, but he's pretty untested. His level of competition definitely nowhere near his opponents, Jesus Aguilar, who is basically a scrappy grappler in his own right. I just see, the way I see this fight going, it's probably going to be a close fight. If Aguilar can avoid getting stopped on the feet, make a long, ugly fight, maybe kind of outwork Stuart Nicoll a little bit. I'll take a shot on Jesus. Next up, you got Song Kanon versus Ricky Glenn. And so this fight right here is between two guys who are both kind of past their prime right here, but you take a look at Ricky Glenn. He's an okay striker, but the problem is his durability is horrible. So, you know, Song Kanon, we've seen him hurt better, definitely better, much better guys in the recent past. So I'm gonna have to go with Song Kanon right here to get his strikes off, find the chin of Ricky Glenn's a little bit chinny, so give me Song Kanon. Tom Nolan versus Alex Reyes up, and pretty much a squash match right here. It's just going to be a setup fight for Tom Nolan right here. The only problem with this fight is the odds right here, way crazy on the odds. You don't want to be placing that big of a money favorite on Tom Nolan, but he should get this fight done. No problem with his striking, and his grappling is okay too. Give me Tom Nolan. Jenkins versus Herbert Burns up, and pretty easy fight to break down right here. You got Herbert Burns, who is the brother of Gilbert Burns, but just does not have nowhere near the durability of toughness of his brother. He wants to get this fight to the ground, uses grappling, but Jack Jenkins, if he just keeps this fight on the feet, he's going to be teeing off on Herbert Burns, and he'll end up getting him out of there, man. Just overwhelm Herbert with this striking, and he'll stop him. Give me Jack. Good fight up, Casey O'Neill versus Luana Santos. And so this fight right here is going to be two grapplers. Casey O'Neill's definitely going to be the one looking to use her wrestling reverse, keep this fight on the feet if she can. Her volume is going to be way better. Her technique on the feet with her hands is going to be way better than Luana Santos right here. So if this fight ends up going late, it could go to O'Neill's favor, but I just see Luana Santos as being a very opportunistic grappler, and so when she gets this fight to the ground, once this fight ends up going to the ground, I just see her as holding a pretty big grappling jiu-jitsu advantage, and so I got to take Luana Santos by submission right here. All right, next fight up, Josh Culibao versus Ricardo Ramos. And Ricardo Ramos is he's a high-level grappler, high-level finisher all around, pretty much very explosive guy on the feet. Likes to get you hurt right away and then look to put you away on the ground once he once he just jumps all over you. The opponent, Josh Culibao, is going to be the much more technical boxer of the two. He's going to want to keep this fight standing. I think Ricardo Ramos is that guy who likes to just jump all over you early. If he's not able to do that against Culibao, I think it's going to be Culibao. Yeah, give me Josh. All right, next fight up, Junior Tafa versus Walter Walker. Striker versus grappler. The grappler, Walter Walker, he's going to want to get this fight to the ground. If he's smart, he's looking to go for the takedown early and often on Junior Tafa. Tafa, he's just going to be the much better kickboxer of the two, but the guy's got nothing off his back. Takedown defense isn't all that good either, so yeah, I'm going to have to go with the bigger guy, grappler, to get it done. Lean on Tafa, take him down at will, just rinse and repeat, man. So yeah, give me Walker right here. As a scrap up next, Li Jingliang versus Carlos Prates. So this fight for me is, when I look at this, I just see violence. I don't see any way for me that this fight really goes to the scorecard. I think these guys are both finishers. They both have great killer instinct to put the guy away once he gets somebody hurt. Once they get somebody hurt. So yeah, I just see this fight probably being fireworks for as long as it lasts, and I think it could be one of those fights where you could see more action packed into, you know, 1 round or maybe 1.5 rounds than you get in most 3-round fights, just because the way these guys are just all action guys who come out there and try to finish right away. So yeah, good scrap right here. I think you'll have Prates definitely trying to stay on the outside and use his reach advantage, put hands on Li Jingliang, look to get him out of there, maybe with big knees in the clinch as well. Very nasty with that. Li Jingliang is going to be looking to use his jab, get to the inside, use his footwork, head movement to move in on Carlos Prates, take that space away from him, maybe even look to dirty box him in the clinch if he gets him on the cage, head position. I don't see very many takedowns in this fight. I don't see that being a huge factor in this fight, but I do see somebody probably getting knocked out quick. I'll go ahead and take a chance on the dog, Li Jingliang. Up next, you got Tuivasa versus Jairzinho Rozenstruik. So this fight right here, it's a little bit of a head scratcher for me. When I first saw the matchup, I was kind of wondering what the matchmakers are really thinking putting this fight together, being that Tuivasa guy is just on a big losing streak right now. It's definitely on the downturn in his career. He probably needs one of those matchups where he can have a little bit of an easier win here, but they gave him Rozenstruik instead, who I think should be much higher ranked in the division, but who knows when it comes to the rankings. I just think that Rozenstruik not going to be an easy stylistic matchup for Tuivasa. Tuivasa wants to hurt you on the feet. He wants to let his hands go, just overwhelm you with big looping shots, big overhands and hooks. Wants to rain them down on you, catch you maybe as you're trying to explode in and put hands on him. He does it all the time. He's good at countering with big shots of his own once he might even take one on the chin just to give one. So that's what Ty likes to do. In this one, though, he's going to be outgunned on the feet by the guy Rozenstruik, much better striker than him, much more technical on the feet. which is just gonna make it to where he can put his power shots on tie quicker, straighter to the point shots. And Rozenstruik's got massive power in his hand, so I'm gonna take Biggie Boy by KO right here. Our next fight up, you got Mateusz Gamrot versus Dan Hooker. So this is another classic striker versus grappler matchup. Mateusz Gamrot is going to be the grappler, going to be looking to shoot takedowns on Dan. Not going to be wanting to stand with him for too long in this fight for sure. Hooker going to be probably playing a little bit of matador in this fight early, looking to just time the shots of Gamrot. Maybe look to time a knee up the middle as he sees him shooting. Just do whatever he can to keep it in his world, and he should be doing all right. Gamrot, if you let him, he'll be all over you. He'll hold you down and just look for his ground and pound and some little submission attempts here and there whenever he has the opportunity. Pretty decent with his offensive wrestling. Comes from a good camp, good wrestling foundation. Good solid all-around striker as well. But Dan's just going to be way more experienced on the feet. Now if it goes to the ground, Hooker is going to be looking to just create a scramble, looking to get his feet on the hips, get his stay on top of his shrimping, and looking to use the cage to get back up to the feet. Anything he can to keep this fight in his realm. If he can, I think he's going to give Gamrot trouble here. I see maybe Dan, like I said, timing that knee, catching Gamrot. So give me Hooker by decision. Co-main event, you got Kai Kara-France versus Steve Erceg. And last time out we saw Steve Erceg challenging for the title. Guy made a very minor mistake, bad decision, ended up costing him that fight, ended up costing him the title. So I think he's going to be coming back here refocused. He knows that he's got the skill to be able to beat anybody in the division, so that's going to give him a lot of good confidence coming into this one against Kai Kara-France, who guy is, he's a very technical kickboxer on the feet. Not much in the way of his grappling, but decent offensively, going for takedowns, but probably not right here because Erceg is definitely going to be the better grappler of the two. So Kai Kara-France going to be looking to keep this fight on the feet. I just see Erceg, his forward pressure being a little bit too much for Kai Kara-France. He'll end up catching up to him, getting his hands on him. Once he does, drag him down to the mat. It's going to be Erceg in his hometown just doing his thing, man. Pretty much having his way with Kai Kara-France right here. So I'm going to have to go with Steve Erceg to bounce back. I think it should be a pretty entertaining fight for as long as it lasts, but I do have Steve Erceg probably getting it done inside the distance. Not really a super confident method for me, but I will take Steve Erceg by submission. I think he catches Kai at some point, either late second or third round. So yeah, give me Steve Erceg right here. All right, main event time. You got Dricus du Plessis defending the belt against Israel Adesanya. So this fight for me comes down to the mentality of these two guys. It's all about the mental game, the mental warfare. Because if these guys are both at the top of their game, but Adesanya's mental, for whatever reason, he's too over emotional, or just doesn't have his head in the game. You know, he's probably going to end up, you know, doubting himself, quitting on himself, you know, getting discouraged. And Dricus will just be all over him, man. He'll sense that. He'll jump all over him. Dricus, you know, he said that he wants to keep this fight on the feet to prove a point, but I feel like that is all a smokescreen. Dricus du Plessis definitely going to be looking to get this fight to the ground. Going to be looking to make this fight as ugly as he can. Get to the inside. Really work over Izzy in the clinch and on the ground. Izzy going to be looking to keep this fight on the feet if he can. And he is in the right mind frame, then he should be able to just pick apart Dricus on the way in. So, yeah, I think right here, I see where they're both at mentally. For me, I don't know. It's hard to gauge, but I just think Israel might have a little bit better mindset coming into this one, whereas Dricus may be coming into this one a little bit overconfident. So I'm going to have to go with the challenger here. I'll take Israel to become the first 3-time champion since Randy Couture. Give me Izzy. And if you made it this far, guys, massive shout out to you. As always, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell for the best no fluff, no tout fight talk from the one and only Mecha X champion of the world. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.